Hello dear students, how are you? So, welcome to our class of Aprender a Estudar em Casa. I'm Leonilda de Barros, your English teacher. We are going to start our new lesson today, but before starting the lesson, as usually, I have something to ask you. Are you wearing your mask correctly every day? Are you sanitizing your hands and keeping social distance? Good. I'm sure you're taking all the cautions to prevent from COVID-19, right? Are you ready to start our class? Did you pick your materials? Well, so let's start. Do you remember what we talked about on the previous lesson? Yes, on the previous lesson we talked about market. Do you remember we had a task? What was our task on the previous lesson? To help Bia making her shopping list. So, when we make a shopping list, we write the name of the food. Okay, can you tell me the names of the food you learned last class? We talked about main names of the food. For example, banana, potatoes, cabbage, orange, apple, parsley, carrots. So, all these and many others that I know you can remember. So, to start our lesson today, can you guess what we are talking about? Today we're going to focus on grammar, okay? We are going to see some countable, some and any, and we are going to talk about countable and uncountable nouns. So, today we're learning countable and uncountable noun, and we are learning how to express quantity using some and any. Let's go. Are you ready? We are going to work on page 41 to 45. Can you open your book now? So let's start. Do you remember the names of the food I mentioned before? Carrot, apple, cabbages, and others? Bread, sugar, coffee. Okay, these are food names. We are going to use these food names, okay? Work on them. And we are going to see the definition of noun. Remember I told you we are going to talk about countable and uncountable nouns? Well, but what are nouns? Can you identify, can you define noun? Let's see the definition of noun. Nouns or noun are names that identify people or place or things. You have in the bracket food. Food is one of the things that noun can identify. For example, carrot, banana, okay? Let's see, nouns can be countable or uncountable. When we say that a noun is countable, when we can count it. You see at the board, we have 1 egg. You can count egg. 1, 2, 3 eggs. We say that egg is a countable noun because we can count it. Okay? And there are so many others. For example, you can say 1 carrot, 2 carrots, okay? Then we will see more example of countable noun, okay? Let's go on. We say that a noun is uncountable when we cannot count it. For example, jam. We don't say 1 jam, 2 jam, or 3 jam. We just say jam, all right? Let's see some examples of countable nouns. We have watermelon. We can say 1 watermelon, 2 watermelons, okay, and so on. Pea, grapes, cherries, burger, fries, eggs, as we saw in the example, and salad. Just to remember you that the word salad can be countable or uncountable. It depends on the context, okay? But we will talk about it later. Now we are going to see more example of countable noun. Sandwich, apple, orange. These are nouns. We can say 1 orange, 2 oranges. And we have vegetables, cookies, potatoes, tomato, carrot, hot dog, and candies. I know you love candies. You love sweet things. I love candies too, okay? Let's see now some example of uncountable nouns. Do you remember what are uncountable nouns? Yes, they are the nouns we can't count. We can't say 1, 2, 3, okay? Let's see some examples. Rice, we don't say 1 rice, 2 rice, okay? Cereal, jam, milk, like we don't say 1 milk, 2 milk, okay? There is a specific way to mention the quantity of this thing that we will see next. Coffee, sugar, flavor, and juice. Let's see more example. Salt, we don't say 1 salt, 2 salt, okay? Soup, tea, cottage cheese, pasta, honey, water, cheese, butter, seafood, and mustard. These are some examples of names, specifically food names that we can't count, okay? There are other names that we can't count, but today we are going to focus on food, okay? Food, names related to food, all right? Are you following me? So now, let's see. Pay attention, right? Note, in English, uncountable nouns can become countable when we use unit, okay? When we add unit at them, okay? For example, we have the unit plus uncountable noun, we write unit plus uncountable noun, and we have countable noun. Do you remember the uncountable nouns? The nouns we can't count, for example, rice, we can't say 1 rice, 2 rice. But when we use a unit, for example, kilo, we can say 1 kilo of rice, 2 kilos of rice. Now we can count the name rice. Let's see some examples. Or 1 bottle of milk, 2 bottles of milk, 3 bottles, okay? A cup of tea. I drink a cup of tea, or I drink 2 cups of tea. A loaf of bread, okay? A kilo of flour, we can say 2 kilos of flour, 3 kilos, okay, of flour, but not 1 flour, okay? Now we have a packet of butter. Butter is uncountable. We can't say 1 butter, 2 butter, but we can say 1 packet, 2 packet of butter. A glass of water. Water is uncountable. But when we use the unit a glass, we can say 1 glass of water, 2 glasses of water, okay? Now we're going to see how do we express quantities using the quantifiers some and any. Some is used with countable and uncountable nouns in affirmative sentences. Do you remember? We have talked about countable and uncountable noun minutes ago. Okay, so the nouns we can count and the nouns we cannot count. We use some in affirmative or positive sentences. Let's see the example. Nando has some eggs in the fridge. Remember Nando and Bia, the 2 friends? I want some coffee. Coffee is uncountable noun. We can say 1 coffee, 2 coffee. But egg is a countable noun because we can say 1 egg, 2 egg. Do you see? Some is used with both countable and uncountable noun. So let's see any. And it's used with countable and uncountable nouns, but in negative and interrogative sentences. Let's see the example. Do you have any can of tuna? Can of tuna is countable noun. You can say 1 can, 2 can of tuna. We don't have any sugar. Sugar is uncountable because we can't say 1 sugar to sugar, okay? But we can say a kilo of sugar, okay? So you see, any use it for question and for negative sentence. So let's now make an exercise, right? To see if you are paying attention in the class. Let's go. Well, students, now we are going to do an exercise, okay? The exercise A, let's see what you have to do. Look at the board. You have complete the sentences with some and any. We have talked about some and any a few minutes ago, and you are going to show me if you learned it or not. Let's see. Nando's fridge has bananas, but Bia's hasn't. Banana is countable or uncountable? Think about it. I need bread for breakfast, but I haven't money to buy. The vegetable aisle doesn't have cabbage. Do you cabbage, please? No, we don't. So take time and do the exercise. We will see soon, right? Well, we are back. Let me see if you did exercise correctly. Let's see the correction. Number 1, what did you put? Nando's fridge has, what did you write? Yes, some bananas, but Bia's hasn't any. Hasn't any. Negative sentence. Number 2, I need some bread for breakfast, but I haven't any money to buy. Number 3, the vegetable aisle doesn't have, what did you write? Yes, any cabbage. Now we have an interrogative sentence. What did you write? Do you have any cabbage? No, we don't. Very good, excellent. You did an excellent job. So now we are going to move for the exercise number 2, or exercise B. Let's go. Use U for uncountable noun and C for countable nouns. Let's see if you understood and you can make the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. Let's go. You have the words choose, rice, carrots, grape, olive oil, shopping bag, a can of tuna. So see that just the only word is not related to food is number 6, shopping bag. But we need shopping bag when we go shopping because we need it to put the food, okay? Take a time and do the exercise. I'll see you soon. Hello, dear ones. Welcome back. Let's see, what did you do? What did you write in number 1? Yes, juice is uncountable now because we don't say 1 juice, 2 juice, okay? Number 2, rice is uncountable. Very good. And number 3, countable. Carrot. You say 1 carrot, 2 carrots. Very nice. And number 4, countable. Grape is countable now. Number 5, uncountable. Olive oil is uncountable because we can't count. Number 6, okay, let's see. Countable, we say 1 shopping bag, 2 shopping bags, okay? Bag is countable. And the last one, number 7, is countable. Great, you did an excellent job. Tuna or can of tuna is countable now. Nice. So now let's see the last exercise we have for today. Exercise C. Complete the dialogue with some and any. Let's see the dialogue between Bia and Nando. Do you need coffee? Yes, I need coffee. Oh, bring me sugar, please. Sure, here you have. Would you like a tuna sandwich too? Wow, thanks, I'm starving. What about mayonnaise? No, I don't need mayonnaise, just lettuce and tomato. How about dessert? Oh yes, can I have apple pie? I don't need cookies because I have. So now take your time and do the exercise. I will see you soon. Let's see what you did. Can we correct the exercise? Let's go. Can you read with me? Do you need coffee? Yes, I need some coffee. Bring me some sugar, please. Sure, here you have. Would you like a tuna sandwich too? Wow, thanks, I'm starving. What about mayonnaise? No, I don't need any mayonnaise. Just lettuce and tomato. How about dessert? Oh yes, can I have some apple pie? I don't need any cookies because I have some. Well done, you are great. You did an excellent job. Let's see our homework for today, students. On your book, page 44. Circle the items you can count. Just the nouns you can count. 1, 2, 3. Okay? You have here tomatoes. See the pictures and circle the ones you can count. If you have any doubt, please talk to your teacher or someone that can help you. All right? Dear students, let's remember what we have learned today. Today we learned some and any, and we saw that they are quantifiers. They are words used to show or to express quantity. Some is used for positive or affirmative sentences, and any is used for negative or interrogative sentences. Let's see some examples. I ate some bananas. She doesn't eat any vegetable. Do you have any cheese in the fridge? Well, let's see if the word bananas, vegetable, and cheese are countable or uncountable nouns, because we learned that some and any are used with countable and uncountable nouns. Let's see now. Nouns, uncountable nouns, and countable nouns. Countable are the nouns you can count. For example, tomato, you say 1 tomato, 2 tomatoes, or 3 tomatoes. Uncountable nouns are nouns you can't count. For example, pasta. You don't say 1 pasta, 2 pasta, okay? You can use unit to say a packet of pasta. All right? Did you understand? So, thanks for your attention. Well, dear students, now we finish our class of Aprender a Estudar em Casa. I really appreciate your participation in the class today. So, see you next class. Goodbye.